Hello, everyone, and welcome to this explainer. I am so thrilled to have you with us today. Look, if you're here, you probably know that cats are absolutely incredible companions. But today, we're going to bypass the cute cat videos and dive straight into the true, structured costs of actually owning one. We need to look at the real financial reality of keeping them happy and healthy because, honestly, it requires some serious planning. So grab your virtual notepad, get comfortable, and let's get right into it. Okay, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to quickly run through 6 key areas: the low maintenance myth, daily and monthly essentials, enrichment, grooming and comfort, veterinary care and surprises, aging cats and pet insurance, and finally, we'll wrap it up with the bottom line.
All right, part 1, the low maintenance myth, expectation versus reality. So there's this massive gap between expectation and reality when it comes to cats. The myth out there is that cats are basically set it and forget it pets, right? People think, hey, they don't need daily walks, they politely use a litter box, they totally entertain themselves, so they must be super cheap. Well, actually, scratch that. The reality is that welcoming a cat into your home is a major long-term financial commitment. Sure, they might demand a little less of your daily physical energy than a dog might, but when we're talking directly to your future budget, the financial energy required is very real, and it spans many, many years.
Moving on to Section 2, daily and monthly essentials. We're talking food and litter costs.
Let's break this down. You might think feeding a cat just means tossing a bag of cheap kibble into your grocery cart, but it's way more complex than that. Beyond your standard dry and wet food, you've got treats, you've got nutritional supplements, and this is a big one: prescription diets. Some cats develop food allergies or chronic digestive issues that absolutely demand specialized diets. And let me tell you, those prescription foods, they can be significantly more expensive than standard stuff, and your cat might actually need them for their entire life.
Right? And then we have to talk about the other end of the digestive process. Cat litter isn't a one-and-done purchase. It's an ongoing, constantly replenishing expense. Plus, it's not just the litter. You're looking at litter box liners, odor control products so your house doesn't smell, mats to stop them trekking dust everywhere, and eventually whole replacement litter boxes. This is a perpetual line item in your monthly budget. Oh, and if you have multiple cats, you need multiple litter boxes. Those costs multiply incredibly fast.
So, how do we actually handle this? Well, to budget effectively, you really want to separate your expenses into a 2-column ledger. On the left side, you've got your burn rate. These are your recurring monthly expenses like food, litter, and odor control, stuff you buy every few weeks. Then, on the right, you list your annual or occasional hits, things like wellness exams, dental cleanings, or replacing a worn-out scratching post. Separating it out like this is literally the best way to make sure you're never caught off guard by the day-to-day realities of pet ownership.
All right, Section 3, enrichment, grooming, and comfort. Basically, the lifestyle upgrades.
Okay, we all know the joke, right? You buy a $50 interactive toy, and the cat spends an entire week playing with the cardboard box it came in. It's hilarious, but jokes aside, you do still need to invest in these items. Indoor cats absolutely need mental and physical stimulation. Cat trees, scratching posts, puzzle feeders, window perches, these aren't just luxury items for spoiled pets. They're essential tools to prevent boredom and encourage healthy behaviors. Because trust me, if you don't provide a scratching post, your cat might decide that your expensive living room sofa is the next best thing. And that is a financial hit you definitely want to avoid.
This also bleeds right into grooming and cleaning. Yes, cats are famously meticulous groomers, but they still need your help and your wallet's help. You'll absolutely need brushes, nail trimmers, and a good hair removal tool for your clothes. You'll also be buying pet-safe cleaning products, and if you use a pet water fountain, you've got to buy the replacement filters. Also, keep in mind, if you get a long-haired breed, you might even have to factor in the occasional professional grooming cost.
Let's get into Section 4, veterinary care and surprises. The medical expenses.
Look, even the absolute healthiest indoor cats require regular trips to the vet. Consider this your baseline medical budget: annual wellness exams, keeping up with vaccines, dental cleanings, parasite prevention. None of this is optional. It's an essential investment. Preventative care is exactly how you detect health problems early, before they become life-threatening to your cat and completely financially devastating to you. I really want you to pay close attention to this quote from our source material. Cats are experts at hiding illness and pain. It's a biological survival instinct for them out in the wild. But for you, as an owner, it means that by the time you actually notice your cat is sick, the condition might already be incredibly advanced. This is exactly why emergency medical bills catch so many owners completely off guard. And when those hidden symptoms finally do become obvious, you are suddenly looking at a full-blown emergency scenario. We're talking sudden hospital visits, potential surgeries, diagnostic imaging like X-rays or ultrasounds, and maybe even specialist care. And you know how it goes. These things never happen on a schedule. They happen in the middle of the night or on a Sunday afternoon when your regular vet is closed.
To really punch home the financial reality of what we just discussed, emergency vet bills can easily range from a few hundred to several $1,000s, literally in the blink of an eye. This is the kind of severe cost spike that can instantly derail a budget if you aren't prepared for it.
So I want you to honestly ask yourself right now, how do you handle unexpected medical bills? If your cat needed a $2,000 emergency surgery tomorrow morning, is your budget ready to handle that? It's a tough question, I know, but a really necessary one, which leads us perfectly into our next topic.
Section 5. Aging cats and pet insurance. Playing the long game.
Because of those sudden financial spikes we just talked about, a lot of owners choose to get pet insurance. Now, yes, it does add another monthly expense to that recurring column we looked at earlier. But depending on the policy you get, it can cover emergency care, surgeries, and hospitalizations. It basically acts as a financial shock absorber. It gives you this critical peace of mind so you can make fast medical decisions for your pet without totally panicking over the price tag.
Insurance can also be a lifesaver for certain chronic conditions. Because just like us, cats can develop lifelong illnesses as they age. Things like kidney disease, diabetes, hyperthyroidism, arthritis, and heart disease. Managing these isn't just a one-time quick fix. It involves ongoing relentless costs. We're talking daily medications, frequent blood tests, and those expensive prescription diets we mentioned right at the start.
As your cat enters their senior years, their overall healthcare costs will naturally increase. They're going to need more frequent checkups, joint supplements to keep them moving comfortably, and specialized senior diets. A lot of owners find that their expenses don't just spike in emergencies. They actually creep up gradually year after year as the cat ages. That's why early budgeting is absolutely crucial for their future care.
Finally, Section 6, the bottom line, weighing the costs.
After looking at all these expenses, you might be sitting there wondering, okay, is this really worth it? And the answer from pretty much every single cat owner out there is a resounding absolutely yes. Even though caring for a cat can be way more expensive than people expect, the companionship, the comfort, the laughs, and the totally unconditional love they provide, it far outweighs the financial investment. They become true members of your family, and just like any family member, they deserve quality care for their whole lives. They are worth every single penny.
So we're going to end with this final thought. The love they give you is absolutely unconditional. But is your budget ready? Food, litter, preventative care, enrichment, and those inevitable medical surprises, they all have to be part of your financial planning before you ever bring a cat home. By understanding the true costs and budgeting for them now, you're making sure you can give your future feline friend a happy, healthy life for years and years to come. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and happy planning.